Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the chaos of everyday life? Those moments when it seems like there's no end to your problems and you wonder how to get out of it? Today, I'm going to share with you 10 lessons from Stoicism that have completely transformed the way I view life's challenges. These lessons will help you find calm, clarity, and purpose, even in the midst of hardship. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy practiced by great thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, offers not only profound insights but also practical tools that you can apply in your daily life. But be careful, these are not just any old motivational quotes. These lessons are powerful, challenging, and if applied, can change the way you live. And there's more. The last lesson ties everything we're going to discuss together and could be the turning point you've been looking for. So stick with me until the end, because this could be exactly what you need to take the next step in your life. Before you continue, please like this video, share it with someone you think could benefit from these ideas, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the upcoming content. 1. Simplicity is power. In a world full of distractions, commitments, and things to consume, simplicity has become a rare and powerful skill. For the Stoics, simplifying does not mean giving up what is important, but rather focusing on the essential. Too often, we accumulate objects, worries, and tasks that do not bring any real value to our lives. These excesses weigh us down and consume our energy, taking us away from what really matters. Think about how many times you've felt anxious or stressed over small things, like a late email, an unpleasant conversation, or even the need to buy something you don't need. The Stoics invite us to reflect. Are we holding on to things that don't really matter? Simplifying your life is a way to free your mind from these distractions. By embracing simplicity, you also make room for peace and clarity. Imagine what your routine would be like if you let go of unnecessary worries, accumulated objects, and even external expectations that often hold us back. A simple life does not mean deprivation, but rather a focus on what is truly valuable, your priorities, your relationships, and your peace of mind. Simplicity is a conscious choice. It's learning to say no to what doesn't add value, and saying yes to what really matters. When you decide to live more simply, you'll discover that less is actually more. You gain the time, energy, and freedom to focus on what makes your life meaningful. 2. Calmness is your strength. Chaos is always present around us, but the Stoics teach us that it is our choice whether or not to allow it to affect us internally. You cannot control traffic, other people's attitudes, or the unexpected events that arise, but you can control how you react to them. That is when calm becomes a true demonstration of strength. And staying calm doesn't mean being indifferent or ignoring problems, but choosing to respond rationally rather than reacting on impulse. Imagine a situation where something doesn't go as expected, such as a delay on an important project or a disagreement with someone close to you. Instead of letting your emotions take over, staying calm allows you to take a deep breath, reflect, and respond with clarity. Staying calm is beneficial not only to you, but also to those around you. When you remain calm, you convey confidence and poise. This attitude can diffuse tense situations and even influence others to deal with challenges more calmly. The Stoics believe that while we cannot change external events, we do have the power to decide how to interpret them. It is this choice that defines your inner peace. Ultimately, calm is not just a way of coping with problems, but a state of strength that protects your energy and mind from being consumed by external chaos. 3. Live in the now. The past is gone, and the future is yet to come. All we have is the present. But we often let this moment slip away by getting caught up in regrets or worries. The Stoics teach that the present is the only moment we can control, and that living fully in the present is the key to a more peaceful life. When we focus on what has already happened, we relive mistakes and situations that cannot be changed. This only drains our energy. Likewise, when we worry excessively about what might happen, we are wasting the present on something that does not yet exist. By focusing on the present moment, we gain freedom to act, feel, and enjoy what is in front of us. Living in the present doesn't mean ignoring the past or neglecting the future, but rather focusing on what can be done now. Instead of wasting energy on what ifs or should haves, use this moment to build a better future and find joy in what is within your reach. This practice brings peace, clarity, and purpose to your life. 4. Let your actions speak for you. In a world where people are constantly seeking validation through social media and their interactions, the Stoics teach us something powerful. A person's true value lies in their actions, not their words. It's easy to talk about plans, dreams, and goals, but it's what you do that really matters. When you focus on action rather than talk, you demonstrate self-confidence and determination. There is no need to announce your goals to the world or try to impress others with words. Genuine success is silent and comes naturally through results. Actions speak louder than any words. This principle also frees us from the need for constant approval. Instead of wasting energy trying to prove something to others, you direct your attention to accomplishing what really matters. In the end, what counts is not what you say you're going to do, but what you actually do. Let your results speak for you. 5. Find opportunities and obstacles. Life is full of challenges, and we often see obstacles as interruptions or insurmountable problems. The Stoics, however, have a different view. Every obstacle is an opportunity in disguise, an invitation to grow and learn. Rather than avoiding difficulties, they teach us to approach them with the mindset that we can take something valuable from each experience. When something doesn't go as planned, the common reaction is to get frustrated or give up. However, when you adopt a Stoic outlook, you start asking yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this challenge make me stronger? This shift in perspective turns problems into stepping stones that take you higher. The Stoics believe that obstacles are not enemies, but teachers. Every mistake teaches you a lesson, and every setback makes you more resilient. Instead of lamenting what went wrong, use the situation to develop skills, find new strategies, and hone your inner strength. By viewing obstacles as opportunities, you change your relationship with failure. It stops being something to fear and becomes part of the process of growth. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Adopt this mindset and see how challenges can become your greatest allies. 6. Happiness is within you. In a world that constantly tells us that happiness lies in external things, like material possessions, professional success, or the approval of others, Stoicism presents us with a deeper truth. Genuine happiness does not depend on anything outside of us. It is within us, accessible at any time, if we learn to see it. When we place our happiness in external things, we become vulnerable. A material possession can be lost, someone's opinion can change, and external circumstances can change in a matter of seconds. The Stoics teach us that by basing our happiness on something we cannot control, we are giving up the power over our lives to chance. On the other hand, by seeking happiness within ourselves, we find something that no one can take away from us. Inner happiness is built with self-knowledge, gratitude, and emotional tranquility. It is recognizing the value of the little things, appreciating what we already have, and understanding that our life is valuable even without the external additions that the world pressures us to seek. This type of happiness is unshakable because it does not depend on unpredictable external factors. Practice this idea daily. Reflect on what you already have and how it contributes to your life. Perhaps you will realize that true joy is found in a moment of peace, in the company of loved ones, or in the opportunity to learn and grow. When you understand that happiness is within you, it becomes a permanent force, immune to changes in the outside world. This is the true freedom that the Stoics preached. 7. Avoid unnecessary drama. Drama is one of the biggest sources of emotional exhaustion. We often find ourselves involved in situations that do not bring us any benefit, such as trivial arguments, gossip, or conflicts that could be avoided. The Stoics teach us to value our inner peace above all else and not to waste our energy on things that do not add value to our lives. How many times have you been caught up in a pointless debate or felt exhausted after participating in a conflict-filled situation? This kind of burnout not only robs you of peace of mind, but it also distracts you from the things that really matter. The Stoics invite us to step away from the chaos that is not ours. Avoiding drama doesn't mean ignoring important issues or becoming indifferent to what's going on around us. It's about knowing what deserves your attention and what doesn't. Ask yourself, does this really affect my life? Is it something I can control? Will it matter 5 years from now? If the answer is no, taking a step back is the best decision. By taking this approach, you protect your emotional and mental energy. Instead of wasting time on pointless conflict, you can focus your attention on goals, healthy relationships, and your own personal growth. Remember, drama only has power over you if you allow it to. When you choose to walk away from situations that don't contribute to your peace, you'll notice that the environment around you changes as well. Your life becomes more balanced and peaceful, and you'll have more time and energy for what really matters. Your serenity is worth more than any unnecessary conflict. 8. Ignore other people's opinions. We live in a society where external validation seems to be a constant need. We seek approval from others for our decisions, we seek praise to feel good, and we even measure our worth by the reactions of others. But the Stoics teach us that true freedom lies in ignoring the opinions of others and living according to our own values and principles. External opinions are just that, opinions. They reflect more on the person expressing them than on you. When we base our choices on what others think, we give them control of our lives. We stop acting authentically and become prisoners of other people's expectations. This takes us away from who we really are and what we truly want. The Stoics remind us that you can't control what people think or say about you, but you can control how it affects your mind and emotions. Imagine how many times you've held yourself back from doing something you wanted to do because you were afraid of others' judgment. This fear not only limits your actions, but it also robs you of your inner peace and freedom. By ignoring the opinions of others, you find space to act according to your own values. Ask yourself, does this decision align with what I believe is right? Am I living in line with my priorities and goals? If the answer is yes, then move forward without worrying about what others think. Remember, no one lives your life but you. The consequences of your choices affect you first and foremost, not the people who have opinions about them. So, prioritize your convictions and ignore the voices of others. When you learn to ignore the opinions of others, you discover a freedom that transforms the way you live. After all, living to please others is a prison, but living to please yourself is an act of courage and power. 9. Cultivate patience. We live in a fast-paced world. We want immediate results, instant answers, and quick solutions. However, the Stoics teach us that patience is one of the most valuable virtues we can cultivate. It not only helps us face challenges with equanimity, but it also reminds us that the most important things in life take time. Patience allows us to understand that personal growth, meaningful achievements, and true relationships don't happen overnight. Think about an important project you've started or a skill you want to master. Without patience, you risk giving up halfway through because you don't see immediate results. But when you adopt a Stoic mindset, you realize that every little effort counts and that progress, although slow, is constant. The Stoics believe that patience is more than just waiting. It's actively waiting. It means continuing to work toward your goals even when the results aren't yet visible. As Seneca said, "Nothing is stronger than a patient man, for he has time as his ally." When you're patient, you're telling yourself that you trust the process and that the fruits of your labor will come in due time. Patience also protects us from unnecessary frustration. Instead of getting upset about delays or situations that are beyond our control, we can accept the natural rhythm of things. This does not mean being passive, but rather understanding that not everything happens as we wish. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our actions, attitudes, and efforts, and let the rest take its course. Cultivating patience isn't easy, especially in a society that values speed. But it's a skill that can be developed. Start by recognizing the times when you feel impatient and reflect on why. Ask yourself, do I really need this to happen now? What is the real impact of this delay on my life? Often, we realize that our impatience is unnecessary and that waiting isn't as bad as it seems. When you embrace patience as a principle, you'll discover that it brings more than just practical results. It also fosters inner peace, resilience, and a deeper connection with the present. After all, life isn't just about achieving goals, but about enjoying the journey to get there. And it's patience that gives us the ability to enjoy every step of that journey. 10. Always persevere. Life is full of challenges, and the Stoics teach us that perseverance is essential to overcoming them. When we face obstacles, we have two choices: give up or keep going. The decision to keep going, even in the face of difficulties, is what defines our character and brings us closer to our goals. Perseverance means recognizing that problems are part of the journey and that each one brings a lesson. The Stoics saw challenges as opportunities to grow and strengthen our resolve. When you choose not to give up, you discover that you can overcome more than you ever imagined. By remembering why you started your journey, you find the motivation you need to keep going. Perseverance is not just an act of endurance, but also a demonstration of strength and purpose. Every step, no matter how small, takes you closer to where you want to be. These 10 Stoic lessons have the power to transform the way you approach life. By applying them, you can find greater serenity, purpose, and strength to face the challenges of everyday life. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and comment on which of these lessons resonated with you the most. Share this content with someone who could benefit from these ideas, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss our next videos. See you next time, where we'll explore how to apply Stoic principles to specific situations in modern life. See you then.